Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you tonight from Lincoln High School Big Gym on this cold, cool night. We have the Quaker Valley Quakers traveling into Ellwood City to take on our Ellwood City Lady Wolverines. The Quakers coming in with a record of 6-6, 4-2 in section play, puts them in second place here. Big tie for second place, as the Wolverines coming in with a record of 8-4, also 4-2 for their section play. Brad, you got them up there. We have Olsh go ahead if you want before we get the Star Spangled Banner.
Yep, Olsh Tigers come into play as the number 3 ranked team in 3A. And 11-2, and pretty good record there, sitting there at 6-0. We'll see what they could do on the backside of the schedule.
All right, folks, we're going to have the national anthem and then the introduction of our starting lineups. And there you have it, folks, our Star Spangled Banner with the starting lineups forthcoming on this critical section game. You had them up there, Brett. We'll let you go through this.
Yep. All right, so we're going to go with the starting lineups with the visiting Quaker Valley Quakers with a record of 6-6, 4-2 in section play. Starting us off will be number 3, the freshman guard, 5'6", 7.3 points so far in her year, and that's Kira Watson. She is followed by number 14, the freshman forward, 5'10", Lisa Carto. Number 20, the sophomore guard, 5'7", Anna Campbell. Junior forward, number 24, the junior, my apologies, going out of order now. Number 0, the junior guard forward, 6'4", 908 points in her career, and that is Mimi Theroux.
Yep.
And then number 24, the junior guard, 5'5", Lucy Roy. The head coach is Ken Johns, and the assistant coach, Derek Legbert, Hannah Straub, and Landon Chabard.
And now we're going to have the starting lineup for the Ellwood City Wolverines. In number 11, she's a sophomore forward, standing at 5'5", Lena Lucarelli. Number 2, senior guard, averaging 12.4 points per game this year, 4'12" in her career, Caitlin Kreitzer. Number 21, she's 5'9", averaging 16.8 per game, is Delaney Sturgeon. Next up, a senior, averaging 14.3 points a game, guard, Miss Kayla Jones. And then rounding it out is number 32, senior, 5'5", Elsie Sturgeon.
Disclaimer, those heights for Ellwood are from 2 years ago because we have not given any heights since then.
All right, because I was going to say, I think Elsie got 5'5", beat a little bit. Folks, if you're tuning in here tonight, you know, we got this Mimi Theroux, 0 for Quaker Valley. As Brad said, just a junior, a very young team, no seniors starting for these Quakers. 908 points. She stands there at 6'4". Every college has reached out to this young lady.
Well,
and we're talking Division I.
Yep.
And from what I understand, just a quality person.
Yes.
One of her teachers is good friends of our family, and she's like, yes. Mimi comes in every morning, says hello, a phenomenal person, but we're going to see here real quick, a great athlete. Usually Delaney Sturgeon stands there taller than everybody else, but not tonight, and we'll get more into their friendship as the game progresses. So here's tip-off, and both of them missed it. I think they kind of had to smile at each other after that one. So here's Watson of Quaker Valley. Remember, Quaker Valley coming in at 6-6. Their losses are to Osh and who else in this section? I don't recall. So Theroux now gets the screen. She picked up her dribble, guarded there, wants to pass it and finds Watson over there to number 20, Anna Campbell. Dribbling around there underneath to Theroux. Going to dribble around there. Don't call the up and down and she gets her first 2 points of the night. Now quickly coming the other way is the Wolverines. Don't let Thiero scare you underneath, because she can step right out there and shoot that three-pointer about any time she wants to. Caitlin Kreitzer around the perimeter here, gets it to Delaney. And as Mimi went in there, kind of hit Delaney, and Delaney went out of bounds, set that foot on the line. 2-0 here, about 51 seconds gone in the game. Gets the ball into Thiero, back out to Watson, bringing the ball up the court. Gets over the timeline, met up there by Kayla Jones. Out to Thiero. Thiero back out to Watson. Watson looks, surveys, wants to go down the lane. Gets met there. Underneath the number 14, puts a shot up. Does not go. Delaney Sturgeon with the rebound. That was Cardo with the miss. Here comes Delaney. Met there by Thiero. Kayla Jones launching up the three. Drains it, it's good. Kayla Jones gets them on the scoreboard. It's 3-2. Now inbounding in Watson. I think we're going to be saying her name a lot here in the first 3 or 4 possessions. She's been the one bringing it up the court. Met there again by Kayla Jones. Wolverines up 3-2. It was around there. Almost stolen, and they're going to call Caitlin Kreitzer, and that was just friendly fire as Caitlin aggressively playing there to try to get the steal, and she ran into number 14, Cardo. So the first foul of the game goes to the Wolverines, and that is to Caitlin Kreitzer. Now inbounding is Thiero. She looks and gets it into the hands of Roig. Going around there is Watson. Watson covered there. Dribbling around is Roig. Covered there. She wants to drive down the lane, and it's going to be stolen by Delaney Sturgeon. She's going to go down the lane, put it up, tries to go behind the back pass to Kayla Jones, puts it up, and she's going to be fouled. And that was good awareness there by Delaney, maybe trying to get a little cute, but she knew she was giving up about 6 inches to Thiero. Why try the layup? You're going to get it swatted. Been nice to see her finish that as Kayla, not a clean pass, but Kayla makes the first shot. She's got all 4 of the Wolverines' points. Wolverines leading 4-2. Second shot by Jones, 1 for 1 from the line. Make it 2 for 2. So just 2 minutes into the game, Kayla Jones there with 5 points to Quaker Valley's 2. Now Watson bringing up the court. Wants to find Thiero, guarded there by Lena Lucarelli. Gets a screen. Thiero passes out to Watson over the side. Puts up the shot. Doesn't go. Going to be it's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be Ellwood City ball. That was a long rebound on, not an air ball, but just came off the backboard. So Wolverines now inbounding. Not a big crowd here tonight. Maybe the weather scared some people away, but we certainly do appreciate you tuning in. Kayla Jones underneath to LC and was hit there by Watson. I'm going to say it was last touched by Watson at Quaker Valley. So the Wolverines will be inbounding. It's a screen, wants to get it in to Caitlin Kreitzer. Caitlin wants to dribble down, bounce pass out to Delaney, fakes the three, goes down the lane, puts it up and counted. It's good. Brad, you say it all the time. Go ahead and don't be afraid to fake shoot that ball, and that time it worked for Delaney. Now underneath, that's Delaney underneath, and Delaney was there. Who gets it? Caitlin Kreitzer coming the other way. Caitlin, 1-on-2, going to put it up, and she's going to be fouled. An aggressive play there. I'll tell you what, Brad, I'm kind of pleased with the aggression of the Lady Wolverines. As now Caitlin Kreitzer's going to go to the line. That foul's going to be on Mimi Thiero, her first. Team's now second at the 5:03 mark. Caitlin now was shot 6 for 6 just Friday night in that thriller down at Beaver Falls. She misses the first one. Wolverines coming in off that 2-point win with Beaver Falls last Friday. Wolverines have won, 5 of 6? Shot by Kreitzer, side of the rim, don't go. Thiero gets the rebound. Now coming the other way Here's the arrow, the 6'4", long, puts up the shot, front of the rim, don't go. Who ends up with it is Lena Lucarelli, loses the handle but picks it up, chunks it down the court, and it goes into the hands of Watson. I think she was a little bit afraid of getting trapped that time. Throws it out there. Number 24 with a shot, Roig, and she drains the three. So just like that, that 7-2 lead now becomes 7-5. Bounce out there to Kayla Jones. Wanted to go underneath to Elsie, but she was guarded well. Bounce pass to Delaney. Delaney fakes, moves, wants to get down the lane, puts it up, and no foul called. She missed the shot, and here comes Mimi Thiero the other way, and Delaney swats it out of her hand. Back to Thiero. Kicks it out there. Going to say a travel by Roig. Right now the Wolverines leading 7-5, just about halfway through. And here comes the Wolverines. Caitlin Kreitzer bringing up the court. Out to Kayla Jones. Looks, needs to pass it, dribbles out of it, has Caitlin Kreitzer underneath, and she's going to be fouled hard in the act of shooting. She's going to go to the line to shoot two. That is going to be on Carto, her first, team's third, 3:56 remaining. Kreitzer's first shot off the front of the rim does not go. She's 0 for 3 from the foul line. Going to try to break that here with her second attempt. That shot is nothing but net. It's good. It's 8-5. Now, inbounded, Watson going to bring it up the court. Watson surveys. Back out, a little bit of a high pass, but she was able to maintain it. Throws it across court, and stolen there by Caitlin Kreitzer. They got numbers 1-on-2. She puts it up, doesn't go. Kayla Jones got the rebound, and she's going to be fouled. And Brad, that's 4 fouls at the 3:34 mark for the Quaker Valley Quakers.
Well, I think the initial play kind of looked like a foul, and I think that's why you saw Caitlin Kreitzer a little bit frustrated, but at least Kayla Jones.
Yep, it was not a shooting foul. There it is, pass out to Caitlin Kreitzer, puts it up, and doesn't get it to go. And they're going to, Elsie Sturgeon was in there, and it came off the hands of number 14, Carto. So Wolverines will maintain possession here. Wolverines are getting some looks, but they're not getting, throws it out there right into the hands of Thiero. Coming the other way. Goes down, puts it up, and makes the easy bucket. Not much you can do defensively when you're giving up about 7 inches. So 8-7 in favor of the Wolverines. The Wolverines, quite frankly, should be up about 13-7. There's Kreitzer. Out to Kayla Jones. Jones gets a screen from Delaney. Delaney fakes a 3, wants to get down the lane, puts it up, and shot don't go. And here comes Thiero getting that rebound, coming the other way. Wants to dribble down Thiero. She loses the hand on the ball, but maintains it. Her wingspan's about 12 feet. Bounce pass underneath. There's Delaney Sturgeon. Oh, got the steal, but she lost it out of bounds. She had the right idea, Brad, but wasn't able to really maintain that ball. So Thiero's going to inbound, bounce pass, gets it into her hands, and stolen there by Kayla Jones. They got numbers 2-on-1. Kayla goes down the lane, puts it up. Counted, it's good. 10-7. Kayla Jones with 7 points of the Wolverines' 10 here, with 2.5 remaining here in this first quarter. Here comes Watson up the court once again. Nina Lucarelli all over Thiero. Tries to bounce it down there. Nobody to pass to, and he gets it into the hands of Thiero. Doesn't call a walk. Delaney is right there, bounce pass underneath, and a block by Elsie Sturgeon. Good gravy, she got up in the air to get that one. Here comes Elsie, pulls it back out to Caitlin Kreitzer for 3. In and out of the rim, don't go. Thiero there with the rebound. That was halfway through the cylinder, Brad. Here comes quickly the other way, Quakers. Down they come, guarded there by Kreitzer. Puts it out there, left open, and drains the easy bucket was Watson. She was standing there at the elbow, and defensively the Wolverines just was not there to cover her. 10-9 in favor of the Wolverines. Minute 38 remaining. Kreitzer now gets the ball stolen. And Roig with the steal, gets in the hand of Thiero. Here she comes the other way. Launches up the three. She can do that, puts it up. And who ends up with Thiero? Followed her shot, gets it. But who ends up? Kayla Jones gets the ball. Goes down the lane, going to put it up. And good. Breakaway points there off that steal. It's 12-9, and they're going to need a 30-second timeout for the Quakers there first. Something just to take a note here, Brad. We talked about Mimi Thiero and her extreme length, 6'4". She was second in the state last year down at Shippensburg in track for high jump. And on the flip side for the Wolverines, Delaney Sturgeon was fifth in high jump. And so some competition has gone on here now for a couple years between them two. And finally they'll get to meet up on the basketball court. We'll be back here tomorrow night as the Aliquip Eclipse. First in the state, correct?
Well, the rankings changed a little bit. I don't know about in the state. The state rankings have to come out. They usually come out on a Tuesday night, but in Whipple, changing of the guard. Mohawk stays at 3, but Aliquippa slides down to number 2.
Okay,
and it's to be expected. We talked about it with the brackets, and we're kind of doing some predictions in that. And I tell you what, folks, that South Allegheny team, look out. You've got 4 football players on that team. Drew Cook, Epps, they've got scores.
We know them guys. We had to play them in football.
Yep, and they moved up to number 1
But should be a great game tomorrow night. Come on out and see the Quips. If not, we will be broadcasting JV at 6, varsity at 7:30. 12-9, minute remaining here. Throws it in there to Thiero. Guarded there by Elsie and Lena. Passes it out. Watson now with the ball. Gives it out there to number 24 for 3. In and out of the rim. Does not go. Delaney Sturgeon gets the rebound. Passes up to Kayla Jones. Kayla puts it up there and gets it. It's good. What a play. A big-time rebound by Delaney. Puts her head up and throws it down the court to Kayla Jones. Kayla, 11 of the Wolverines, 14 points. But defensively, the hustle of the Wolverines tonight is somewhat impressive. They just got to finish at the other end. And that ball is going to be out of bounds. That's a turnover. Not a lot of turnovers.
The only issue I would say, if I'm the Wolverines going into the second quarter, I know we still got 27 seconds here in this first. Don't let Roig open. She can shoot that 3,
yes.
And so far that's 4 times in a sense she's been left open.
Well, that's the problem when you get a big like Thiero in there. Elsie fakes the 3. Delaney now out to Lena Lucarelli. Passes it over there to Jones. Jones got Delaney, had her open there, shoots up the 3. Off the side of the rim, does not go. Who ends up with it? And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the Wolverines leading 14-9. A great quarter of play there by all Wolverines, but Kayla Jones with 11 points, and her shooting percentage ought to be pretty good.
Oh, yeah, she's perfect so far. 3 for 3 from the 2-point line, 1 for 1 from 3, and then 2 for 2 from the free throw line. When you are basically 6 for 6, offensive rebound and 2 steals. The 2 steals, and I like when it's stolen in the front court, because nothing's been happening down low. When Quaker Valley gets the ball down low, it's usually a bucket. On the flip side, everything that's been out in the front court, it has been a steal, and it's go. It's go time. Get the easy buckets. Transition-wise, we probably have about 10 of those 14 being fast break points. And on the flip side, if you are Quaker Valley, hey, 14-9, didn't really do very well. Shooting percentage-wise, it was about 50-50. But you want to feed from the inside out, but at the same time, if you're telling Roig, let it happen, let it throw. Go. Shoot the three-pointer. And if you make 3 or 4 of them, that's 12 big points that you can easily get from the three-point line.
So coming back in here, possession arrow in favor of Ellwood City. I talked to Chris Wise today a little bit earlier today, and he could not get enough talking about Lena Lucarelli defensively in that game against Beaver Falls. And then she turns around against their best player tonight, that tall order of being under that Mimi Thiero. There's a 3 by Elsie, doesn't go. Delaney gets the rebound. She's going to put it up high off the glass. An offensive rebound, Brad. We don't say that enough, but glad to say it there. 16-9, the Wolverines. Here comes Watson. Wants to bounce on there. Everything's like jumbled up in the middle. There's a shot off the back of the rim. Delaney with another rebound. With her head up. Wants to pass down there. Finds Caitlin Kreitzer. Puts it up. What a play! Yes! Delaney and Caitlin teed up there. Here comes Quaker Valley quickly the other way. That was just two girls that played basketball for a lot of years together. Now here comes Watson. Now out to Roy. Another steal by Kayla Jones. Kayla going down the lane, puts it up, and a nice defensive play there by Roy to swat that ball away. 18-9, the Wolverines got them doubled up here right now. 54 seconds into the second quarter play. Throws it out there. Lena Lucarelli with the ball. Now into the hands of Delaney. Gets to Caitlin Kreitzer. Wants to set up a play. Now that baseline play. Out to Delaney. Delaney wanted to go underneath to cousin Elsie, but she was well covered. Delaney now to Kayla. All the way back to Caitlin Kreitzer. Kreitzer, Lucarelli. Now, you got to watch that. You get trapped in there, but underneath to Caitlin Kreitzer. What a play. Was that Lena with that pass, Brad? 20-9, Wolverines coming out, shooting well here in this second quarter. Can they keep the momentum going? Watson now wants to drive down the lane, bounce pass out to Roy. Delaney might have got caught sleeping there a little bit, throws it out there, number 14, and she drains it as Cardo gets their first bucket of the second quarter of play. 20-11 in favor of the Wolverines. Here comes Caitlin Kreitzer. Out to Kayla Jones. She's going to launch up a three off the side of the rim. Does not go, and rebounded there by Watson. Kayla Jones almost with the steal. She disrupted it and threw it out of bounds. Now going to check in is number 31, Lily Manette. And Cardo is going to check out. You're just not seeing the crisp passes by the Quakers right now. That's really letting the Wolverines kind of dictate the momentum of this game. Underneath to Thiero. She wants to turn around. Puts it up. Off the back of the rim. Don't go. Thiero with the rebound. Who ends up with it is Caitlin Kreitzer. Millette, who just checked in, could not quite get her hands on that rebound. Now coming the other way. Caitlin Kreitzer. Out to Kayla Jones. Kayla wants to drive down the lane and going to get a foul. The first of this second period by either team. And it's going to be on Lily Millette, the junior forward. She stands there at 5'10". She's no slouch either. Now Lena Lucarelli is going to check out, and Kara Kreitzer is going to check in. Number 20, Anna Campbell comes back in. Underneath to Elsie. Passes it out there. Caitlin got her mitts on it. Caitlin out to Delaney, launching up to three. Didn't look good when it left her hand. Thiero now with the rebound. I don't mind taking some of them shots, but you want some of them to start falling. Thiero now kicks it out there. Back underneath the Thiero. And she's going to travel. And that was that the Sturgeon twin cousins in there that kind of were there to stand up there was Elsie and Delaney to disrupt that, to get another turnover. I know we're talking basketball, but points off of turnovers. When you have a team with an empty possession, boy, it's just a dagger when you go in there. Now Kreitzer kicks it out there to Jones, underneath to Elsie Sturgeon. Elsie kicks it out to Delaney. Now quick back out to Kayla. Not the pass she was looking for. Kreitzer going to launch up a three off the back of the rim. Don't go. Hits off her head as she dove for it. Oh, how do you not call that a travel? Coach Wise just had an aneurysm. Now, Watson dribbles around there. Bounce pass. Delaney covering her there. Trying to dribble out of it. Delaney, all hands all the time. And, off the back of the leg as Kara Kreitzer had great coverage on Thiero, trying to feed her the ball. She tipped it, but as she rolled off it, Kara Kreitzer just looked up 8 inches into Mimi Thiero's eyes. There's a shot off the front of the rim. Don't go. Who ends up with it? Kayla Jones puts it up, and she's going to get blocked. And we had a feeling we were going to see that some tonight as Thiero gets in there for the block. but it's off her fingertips. The Wolverines will have possession. As Caitlin Kreitzer's going to bounce pass. Oh, and we're not on quite the same page there as Caitlin Kreitzer tried passing to her sister Kara and went off her thigh out of bounds. Almost halfway through the second quarter of play. Here comes, up the court comes Watson. Kara Kreitzer now on Mimi Thiero. Pass out there to Roig. Gets a screen, makes it out there. Going to try to bounce pass, but Delaney was there to cover it. Yes, now they call the travel. So the fans, the coaches, they're wanting to see a few more travels, but it really don't matter their opinion. It's what the people in stripes think, and they did finally call that one. Now, Kara Kreitzer gets it in the hands of Delaney. Delaney bounces out there to Kreitzer underneath to Elsie. Kicks it out to Kayla Jones. Drains the three! Kayla Jones! And that's what you got to do when you got the big person. I hope you gave Elsie an assist on that one for kicking that one back out. Watson out. Kicks it out there to Roig. Back to Watson. Kicks it out there. Caitlin Kreitzer, and there's Delaney with the tip. Gets it to the hands of Caitlin. Oh, passed it too far. Back to Delaney. Puts it up and in. Count it, it's good. 25-11, the Wolverines. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, Brad, and that time it worked out. Passes it around there. Gets it in the hands of Roig underneath the Thiero. Puts it up, and she does get a point. Now it's 25-13. So Thiero sitting there with 6 of Quaker Valley's 13 points. Delaney takes the 3 in the hands of Kara. Underneath, puts it up, and travel. Yep, she got Caitlin got underneath there. So Lena Lucarelli's going to check back in, and Kara Kreitz is going to take a seat, and Cardo comes back in for Rose Klein, who checked in off the bench. I think I missed that, Brad. I'm sorry. You got it, though. Now, here comes Watson of the Quakers. Pass it out there to Roig, covered there by Kreitzer. They are doing a better job keeping in Roig's face to not let her shoot that 3 or that jump shot. Here's Campbell. Passes it back over to Watson. There's Roig. She shoots the 3, doesn't get it to go. There's Delaney Sturgeon with the rebound. Gets her head up, throws it to Kayla Jones. Jones wants to drive down to the hoop, goes down the baseline, kicks it back out to Delaney. She's going to launch up a 3 off the front of the rim. Don't go. Bodies all over the place. Underneath the Lucarelli. 3 bodies on the. We got to stop play. Somebody's hurt underneath there. As it is Mimi Thiero, slow to get up. She was underneath there when Elsie and her tangled earlier in there. She's stopping to tie her shoe and gets up, and it says everything's good. So after all of that, it is Quaker Valley's ball. Yes. Up the court they come. Here comes Watson. Watson gets over the timeline. Oh, it's blocked there by Kreitzer. She gets the steal. She's got Kayla Jones going down the lane. Puts it up. Counted, it's good. Kayla Jones putting on a clinic here with 16 of the Wolverines' 27 points. Now Thiero. Minute 26 remaining. Wolverines are largest lead of the night at 14. Kicks it out there. Loses the handle. Roig now with it. Tries to go underneath. And Kreitzer gets underneath there. Picks it up. And who ends up with it? Bodies all over the place. And Campbell ends up with it. Tries to get underneath there to Thiero. Kicks it out there to Cardo. Cardo puts the air ball up. Delaney Sturgeon with the rebound. Coming up the court. Will she go coast to coast? Kicks it underneath to cousin Elsie. Yes! Delaney to Elsie. Gets the score 29-13. Here comes Quaker Valley. 45 seconds remaining. Throws it up there to Thiero. Oh, pounce underneath. And the pass went to Thiero. She missed it. Campbell was able to get it. Wolverines up 29-15. As Caitlin Kreitzer brings it up. Will they hold for the last shot? Not maybe as aggressive as they had been. Kayla just holds the ball and then it's met there. Goes down the lane. Oh, she traveled. She wanted to pass it out there and took that little extra stutter step before she could get the ball thrown. Now inbounding. Here comes underneath, throws it out there to Roy. Met there, Thiero underneath, and that time they're going to get one of the three white shirts around Thiero.
And I'm okay, because that's literally what the second foul of the entire first half for Ellwood. So if there is time, 6.2 left, you take that foul. And
Delaney Sturgeon's going to get tagged with that foul, her first. Caitlin Kreitz is the only other foul in the game so far. 6.2 seconds. You can't leave her open like that.
Nope.
In and out it goes. There's Delaney Sturgeon with the. They're going to call a foul, and I tell you, if you are Quaker Valley coach right now, it's like, how do you foul? I don't know who it's on with a second away when your opposing team's 90 feet away. 24. So it's Lucy Royce, second, team second. Now remember, they had 4 fouls in that first quarter of play. And that's going to do it, folks. Brad, we've seen some good halves of play by the Ellwood City Lady Wolverines. This was one of the better ones.
Yeah, you can go all the way back to Washington several weeks now. It's almost been a month since that Washington game. And Beaver Falls, the first half was really methodical, very simple, straightforward, simple point. Tonight, I mean, it's a different beast. You go against a 6'4" that's averaging 19.8 points per game, 16.1 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 4.1 steals. Oh, and by the way, 3.7 blocks. It feels good when you're up by 14. We have seen this lead, before.
You're going down that lane I was. 18-point lead, almost withered away just a couple nights ago there, Friday night. So I can guarantee you, Coach Chris Wise is saying the same thing. And if you're Coach Wise, do you do anything different?
No. Nope.
I can't believe how they're bottling up defensively in the paint. You know, they're just bodies all over there, and she's not getting that easy shot, just that alley-oop shot, for lack of a better word. So, folks, we got 9 minutes. We'll be back. So we'll take a break.
Yep. And before we take that break, we got to talk about Kayla Jones. 16 points. I mean, if you get 16 in the first half and can double it in the second, doesn't even have to be Kayla. If we can get another 16 from somebody, we'll take it. All right, folks, we'll take a break here. 29-15, Wolverines up by 14. All right, folks, welcome back into Lincoln High School Big Gym here in Ellwood City. It's halftime. It's 29-15. Still about 3 minutes left before the second half begins. We're just going to run through a couple of the stat lines. In that first quarter, Ellwood outshot Quaker Valley 14-9. And after that, it was better yet, 15-6 in the second quarter, 29-15 lead at halftime. Ellwood City shot 12 of 25 from the actual field goal line, so 10 for 16 underneath the hoop, 2 for 9 from the outside. If there was any blemish, it's 3 missed free throws, but 3 for 6, you take that as long as that 10 for 16 continues to be the trend. Of the 29 points, 14 of them were fast break points. 7 of the 8 assists in that first half came via the fast break. Leading the way for the Wolverines is Kayla Jones, the number 23, now with officially 945 points, if my math is correct, in her career as we continue to 1,000. She had 16 in that first half. 2 rebounds, an assist, but 3 steals, and that's been the trend, folks. 10 steals by the Lady Wolverines, 5 of them alone from Caitlin Kreitzer. She's got 7. Delaney Sturgeon's got 4, but along with those 4 points, she now is already up to 7 rebounds. So 4 for 7, and 7 points for Kreitzer and 5 steals. Kayla Jones, 16 points, 3 steals. A lot of balanced attack from the three-headed monster, and they're doing some damage. On the flip side, Thoreau with 6 points in that first half, 6 rebounds, and unfortunately, a little bang there from on the back as they fell to the ground. It was nice to see her get right back up, and no problem, no foul, and no sub-out. Turnovers were the trend there for the Quaker Valley Quakers. They had 13 in that first half alone, and on the flip side, only 3 steals, so not being very aggressive. Give credit to Lady Wolverines, the aggression so far in this first half, that all in favor of Lady Wolverines. If there's one thing, all 5 starters for Quaker Valley have a point. So again, it's been three-headed monster versus Thiero in front of about the 10-15 foot line, and so far, three-headed monsters up by 14.
You talk about the three-headed monster, but I'm going to throw some love to Elsie and Lena, and Kara Kreitzer came off the court. A lot of those 6 points by Thiero, I think you got to give them some credit for that.
Yep, and those
of slowing things down.
The three-headed monster aren't officially the primary defender on Thiero, and she knows that she's going to be guarded by 3 or 4 girls, maybe in one possession alone, and that makes it where if you're Quaker Valley, you know a girl is going to be open. Roy made that early three-pointer, and after that, Quaker Valley was 0 for 5.
That's a great point, Brad. The one thing I'm impressed about the Wolverines defensively is maybe Thiero has not really had those easy buckets.
Right.
You know, that they've not been, I'll call them give me shots.
Yep.
She was averaging how many points per game? 19.
19 and 16.
So here they come. Possession arrow in favor of the Quakers. Tries to go underneath there, and Thiero that time gets it up and puts it up and in. Guarded there heavily by Delaney and Lena, and just not much they could do. So here comes a little bit different defense now. They're going to attack. Gets it out there to Delaney. She wants to get down the baseline. Underneath to Lena. It gets partially blocked, and Thiero gets the ball They're going to get Delaney with a push. No, I believe it's going to be on Lucarelli. So her first. Team's first. I can tell in the first possession, Quaker Valley's doing some things defensively differently. And the Wolverines have got to be ready to do that. It's a copycat lead. If you watch our game Friday night, that's what Beaver Falls did. Underneath there to Thiero. Underneath, puts it up and in. And just like that, she's get 4 points in the first minute of play. Once get down the court, throws it out there. Tipped out of bounds by Thiero. The Wolverines are going to need an answer.
Yeah, Quaker Valley fell out of that. Well, they're kind of still in that 2-3 zone, but like you said, wherever the ball goes, they are trapping that.
Yep,
there it is. They're sending two.
Sending two at them. So that means someone's open.
And the clock has not started.
Needs to. Delaney for three. Counted, it's good! There you go. I watched her in warm-ups. That was what she was working on. So now the clock goes. And Watson bounces underneath there. Once underneath the Thiero. That time Elsie Sturgeon's where she needs to be. Gets it. Throws it a heads-up pass to Caitlin Kreitzer. Puts it up. And counted. It's good. And just like that, the Wolverines answer with 5 points of their own. Here comes Thiero. She's got her head up. Going to dribble down there. Signs to pull it back out. Now, Watson tries to, didn't call her for the up and down. They got a person open underneath. Almost daring her to throw it down there, but doesn't do it. Roig now with the ball. Kicks it out there to Watson and swatted. Another steal by Kreitzer. Keeps it, and she tumbles to the earth in front of former coach Heidi Feltrop. And as she stepped it back in, it went off one of the Quakers, so Ellwood City will have possession. They need somebody to take it out, and here comes Delaney.
Yeah.
34-19.
Quick sub there for Quaker Valley. Klein quickly checks in for, I believe, Campbell. Yep.
Wolverines got to know when they get that double, somebody got to run to the ball. There's Kreitzer for three, puts it up, long rebound, taken there by Roy. Quickly coming the other way. They got numbers 2-on-1, puts it down and up. Elsie gets up there, partially blocks it. Kayla Jones gets the hands of Elsie Sturgeon. Elsie, head up, dribbling, right hand dribble. Throws it all the way out there to Delaney for another three, and it's an air biscuit, does not go. She had too much time to think about that shot as Watson now with the ball. Coming the other way. It's in the hands of Cardo. There's a shot. It's short. Thiero just gets the rebound and tips it up and in. So Wolverines up 34-21. All guns a-blazing here in this first 3 minutes of this third quarter of play. All the way over to Delaney. Delaney wants to drive down there. Almost loses it. Gets it and gets in the hands of Caitlin Kreitzer. Caitlin dribbles out of that. Wants to drive down there. Bounce out to Elsie. Puts the shot up. Air biscuit does not go. Thiero with the easy rebound. Coming the other way. Head up. Looking. She'll plot up. Throw up the three. And drains it. It's good. And that's what I was afraid of, Brad. She has that ability. She went from having 6 points. She scored 9 points in the first 3 minutes. Delaney needs some duress in the hand of Caitlin Kreitzer. Now Delaney fakes a three. Wants to get down the lane underneath. Delina Lucarelli puts it up. Doesn't get it to go. Bucket you got to make. And she traveled. Thiero got the rebound and took an extra step when she got that ball. Wolverines now lead is 10. Kara Kreitzer's going to now check in for Lena Lucarelli. Kara, the freshman, getting some minutes here this season. Not a deep bench for the Wolverines if you follow us closely. Only 8 players. Bounce into Kara underneath. Oh, do it a little bit behind Caitlin, and Caitlin loses the handle into the hands of Thiero. Thiero now. Motion for somebody to come out and help her. She picked up her dribble. Trying to pass out there, and nice play by Caitlin Kreitzer. Knocks it out of bounds. And now Campbell is going to check back in for Cardo. So inbound the ball. And Watson once again bringing it up. Throws it out there to Roy. Roy wants to go underneath. Throws it in there to Campbell and makes a shot. They're collapsing on Fierro, and by doing that, they're giving Campbell that open look. She's had it a couple times now. Now over to Kara Kreitzer. Kara dribbles down there all the way out and tipped out of bounds. That's 2 times now that they've tried getting that ball to that corner with Delaney, and Quakers have been able to stop it by putting it out of bounds.
Yeah, and anytime you get pressure like that, you got to make the pass, the shortest path to the bucket, not the farthest.
Right. Kayla Jones going to launch up a 3 off the rim. Don't go. Rebound there by Roig. Wolverines can't pressure right now. They're up by 8 underneath. Puts it up. And there's a travel. Low intimidation factor there as Delaney and Kayla Jones collapsed on her. And a 30-second timeout. I'm glad they're doing this because they're on about a 5-0 run here, 6-0 run are the Quakers. So a 30-second timeout taken by Ellwood City. Folks, hey, if you're coming to the game, bring a few extra dollars with you. They just got the programs here. I got one tonight. Don't know if you did, Brad, but the Ellwood City basketball program featuring all the seniors, all the players, and, of course, talk about all the ads that are in there. We'll do that at one of the halftime games here as the season progresses. Don't forget, folks, we'll be back here tomorrow night and Thursday night. Another big section matchup.
These Beaver County teams. Whew. Yep. You've got Quaker Valley tonight. Tomorrow, boys will be hosting Aliquippa. And then Thursday, the girls, another one. A back-to-back-to-back. Beaver Falls last week, now Quaker Valley, and finish off the week with Olsh.
So, and you just kind of have that feeling. If you go 2 for 3, 3 for 3, that sure does help you in those standings. They got one win done. Kicks it over there to Elsie. Elsie, bounce pass to Caitlin. Now out to Kayla Jones. Moving everything around here. Underneath to Kara Kreitzer, who ends up, she gets it, kicks it back out there to Kayla Jones. Reset things. Delaney wants to get down the lane, puts up the floater. Count it in and out of the rim, don't go. Caitlin Kreitzer fought for the rebound. She's going to go to the line for 2, and the foul is going to be on Mimi Fierro, her second. That shot by Delaney, I love that shot. It looked so good, but did not make it. Not many free throws taken here tonight. Caitlin Kreitzer, hate to say it, but after going 6 for 6 in some big moments Friday night, is 0 for 5 tonight. She's trying to adjust too much now. And Fierro comes down the court, going to go coast to coast, puts it up. Darn near uncontested, but there wasn't nothing they could do. That Wolverine lead that was at 1 point 14 is now down to 6. They need a bucket. Throws it out there to Elsie. Elsie now to Caitlin Kreitzer. Now back to Kayla Jones. Now to Delaney. Delaney gets swatted at underneath the Caitlin Kreitzer going to shoot the 3. It's way short. And who gets the rebound? Kara Kreitzer. Kayla Jones for 3. Off the rim, don't go. And they're going to get Caitlin Kreitzer, I do believe, with the foul. Oh, it's going to be on Kara Kreitzer, her first, team second. The Wolverines came out strong in this third quarter, but have gone really slow here. They built that lead and have been watching it slip away. There's Klein who stepped in, and there she traveled twice on that. They got her the second time. So another turnover. So Wolverines once again. The Quaker Valley right now kind of doing that half-court press, for lack of a better word. And the Wolverines have really yet to. Fierro with the steal. Throws it down there to Cam Watson. Watson underneath tic-tac-toe. Partially blocked by Delaney. Elsie with the rebound. Bounces out there to Caitlin Kreitzer. To Delaney. Puts it up and counted. It's good. Broke that scoring route. Was that Caitlin Kreitzer with that touchdown pass? We see her kick field goals in football. She had a touchdown pass there. I think Coach Chris Wise is really wanting to try to keep the ball up there. Watch the hands. And yep, we saw that coming. That's going to be Caitlin's second, team's third. I like bringing somebody up there. You got to contest them from getting her down there and let them get that set play easily.
Yeah, the only difference is just set the body.
Yep,
just set the body. Keep the hands back.
Slide the feet. Put your hands in your pocket and you're fine. Gets a screen. Tries to go underneath there, and Thiero just reaches up there and gets it and bounces and puts it up in. Delaney gave all she had, and she actually caught the ball about 2 feet. The ball was 2 feet out of bounds, brought it back in, and got to play. Underneath to Kara Kreitzer, puts it up, doesn't get it to go. Thiero gets the rebound. Here comes Thiero. Meets some resistance by Caitlin. Puts it up. Partially, they're going to get a foul. And I think that's going to be on the 21, Delaney Sturgeon. Her second, team's fourth, and now Thiero will go to the line. First trip to the line for her tonight. First shot off the back of the rim, too hard. So the Wolverines up by 6 with 1:16 remaining in this third quarter.
That breaks a string of 6 made shots in general for Thiero.
And she misses that one, and Delaney Sturgeon gets the rebound. Gets her head up, bringing it up the court. On the make, wants to get down the lane. Underneath to Caitlin Kreitzer. She's going to be fouled by Thiero, and that's going to be her third. A nice play by Caitlin and Delaney to kind of throw that ball. Was not in the act of shooting, so but just like that there, Thiero's with her season average at 19 points. Throws it out there to Delaney, back to Caitlin Kreitzer. Kreitzer out to Delaney, fakes the three. Body's all over, wants to dribble out of that. Gives it to Kayla Jones. Kayla wants to get down that baseline. Bounce pass to Elsie. Kicks it back to Delaney for three. Oh, air biscuit does not go. Man, the shots were falling for her early. This time here, not quite what you want. So, 53.5 seconds. Wolverines up by 6. Coach Ken Johns of Quaker Valley giving direction from that side. Dribbles down there, guarded by Caitlin Kreitzer. Throws it out there. 2 Quaker Valleys there. Who ends up with it was Campbell. Campbell dribbles. She picked up her dribble. Throws it underneath there. Bounce pass to Thiero underneath. Puts it up. And a nice rebound. Delaney almost got the tip there as Klein got that rebound off of Thiero's miss. Wolverines now just up by 4. Bounce pass to Caitlin. 15 seconds remaining. Out to Delaney. Fakes a three. Goes behind Thiero. Puts up the shot. And does not get it to go. The shot's just not falling for Delaney right now. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. She'll shoot it from there. And she drains it. Are you kidding me? We're about 5 feet behind the line. That third quarter was all Quaker Valley, Brad. They scored the Wolverines 20-7. To watch that 14-point lead go to 1 point. So, they are who they thought we were. They were.
Well, when you shoot 12 for 25 in the first half, you know adjustments got to be made. And the second half adjustments so far in this third quarter, complete dominance. Thiero, 22 points. she had 6 at halftime, so 16 of the 20. Again, feed the big person underneath the hoop, and you don't miss shots. The problem with that is at that point you got to start trading buckets, and unfortunately for Ellwood, the first half they did. The second half now buckets are not falling, and I think they're not hesitating. They're settling for 3-pointers. Drive to the hoop. When you got somebody in 3 fouls, you drive the hoop. Yes, you may not make or attempt the shot underneath there, but if you drive, it's going to collapse that defense, and all of a sudden 15-footers may be a little bit more open.
Right. And I kind of like that last possession for Ellwood City. Delaney fakes the three, goes down the baseline, but you got to finish.
Yeah. And you also want to look for that extra pass. You're getting met at half court. You need that quick pass. You know a double team, and we say it every single time. If a double team's coming, somebody's open. When you get the ball, quickly just throw it. Just get it out of your hands to the next person. You're going to catch them sleeping at some point.
Right. So, Wolverines up by 1, 36-35. Bounce pass to Kayla Jones, underneath to Delaney. She puts it up. There it is. Tic-tac-toe, made it happen that time. That's how you break that. Chris Wise kind of like, girls, that's what I told you, been telling you to do. Now here's Campbell. So guarded there by Caitlin Kreitzer. She tries to get down the lane, puts it out there. The shot doesn't go. Elsie Sturgeon with the rebound, meets some resistance, gets in the hands of Kayla Jones. Bounce pass. Thiero was ready for that one. She telegraphed that pass, and away she went. Puts it up. That shot don't go. Elsie Sturgeon fighting underneath. Puts it up, and they're going to be a foul. And that's going to be on Caitlin Kreitzer, I do believe. Yes, it is. That's going to be her third, team's first. Now Thiero going to the line. She's 0 for 2 from the line so far tonight. First shot, nothing but net. It's good. Second shot forthcoming. And it is good. So here comes the Wolverines offensively, still holding on to that 1-point lead. Kicks it out there to Kayla Jones. This time, now out to Delaney, back to Kayla. Kayla wants to dribble down through there, meets the arrow, puts it up. Shot don't go. Caitlin Kreitzer with the rebound. Count it, it's good. Gets the and one. So, and the foul is on number 25. I'm sorry, 24, Lucy Roig. That's her third. So Caitlin Kreitzer now struggling from the line tonight. Can she complete the end one? This time she does get it. Wolverines with a 4-point lead. Here comes Quaker Valley. 7 minutes remaining. So here's Watson dribbling around here. Wants to go underneath. Underneath. Delaney with the steal. Climbs the ladder. Gets the ball. Goes down the lane. Bounce. Euro step. Puts it up. Count it. It's good. Delaney Sturgeon. And Kayla Jones set that one up because she almost looked like she was going to pass to her. She kept it, and away it went.
That Euro step.
Yep, got it that time. Down the lane. Oh, no, you can't do that. As Delaney's going to get nailed with the foul. Her third. Team second. So Lena Lucarelli going to check in for Kara Kreitzer. Wolverines clawing back in here, a little bit of a lead, throws it out there. And she was on a line, good guy. Now here comes Campbell, kicks it back to Watson. Watson dribbling around there. Kicks it around. Now, wants to go underneath, guarded there by Delaney, puts it up, shot goes. And a nice offensive play there by Cardo. Gets over top of Elsie Sturgeon on inbound pass. Wolverines now every possession, you just feel it. Every possession is just so important. She gets trapped there, got to call timeout, good call. He called timeout. I heard it with headphones on. Are you shaking your head for that too?
There's a lot of shaking.
But I think Chris Wyatt's got to be telling them right now, girls, when you're coming up like that, when you pass that ball to Kayla and you got two people coming, I'm not blaming Kayla. Somebody's got to get open to dish the ball to.
I think the big thing here for Ellwood is use your ball handlers. Instead of getting the ball and getting met by the two defenders, go. Just go.
Right.
When you get the ball, go to the hoop, because guess what? If they're going to come to you and you meet them halfway, you're giving them the advantage. Get past them. Just drive to the hoop. Like right now, I would set an inbounds play on the sideline here. If I'm Caitlin, I get the ball, I'm going right to the hoop and saying, listen, you're not getting to me.
Let something happen.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you got to use maybe the speed of a Caitlin and Delaney.
Yeah. Like
to
right
your
here,
advantage.
This ball's inbounded. Just go. Don't worry about the trap.
Because she's going to go to Kayla and they're going to trap. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
But this time, picked up the dribble. That was dangerous. Now Kayla Jones meets some resistance, gets the ball, pulls it back out. Now Caitlin with the ball, guarded there by Cardo. Underneath. Wants to get a screen, didn't quite get it. So Kayla Jones lost the ball but kept in front of the timeline.
Right here. You can beat the dribble. Beat the dribble.
Yep.
Beat
so
it.
Kayla Jones almost begging him to come in.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, to Lena Lucarelli. And they're going to call jump ball possession here in favor of the Quakers.
Unfortunately, that dribble needs to go one more time closer to the hoop and then
Yes, it
pass
does.
out of it.
Yes, it does. So, 43-39. The Wolverines have led since it was 2-0. Kayla Jones started the game off with a three-point bucket. Not many three-pointers since then. Kicks it out there. Delaney Garden puts it out, kicks it out there to Roy, to Campbell, underneath. Delaney puts it up and doesn't get it to go. Mimi gets the rebound, puts it up and in. Right now, I'm kind of happy. You got to be happy with Thiero. There you go. Dribble through that. Puts up a shot. Not a good one. And a rebound by Roy. Stolen there almost by Delaney. Puts it up, and they're going to be fouled. I'm not sure who it's on. So Elsie Sturgeon, that's her first. Team's third now. So Delaney Sturgeon's with 3. Caitlin Kreitzer with 3. The first shot by Roy is nothing but net. It's good. Pretty good shooter. So Kara Kreitzer going to check back in for Lena Lucarelli. Second shot is good. Nothing but net. And a timeout, a full timeout going to be taken by Quaker Valley, Brad. We're just how we started it at the 4:39 mark.
Yep.
We are tied up 43-43.
We'll take a timeout, folks. 4:39 left in this game.
Welcome back, folks. We're all tied up here, 43-43. Quaker Valley was down by 14 at halftime. Oh, that's going to be off of Delaney's. I don't want to read her lips out on the air because she did not like that call. So here comes Quaker Valley. This possession, they could take the lead for the first time since the first possession. Here comes Watson. Goes underneath to Thiero. Moves around there, does a little step, puts it up, and she's going to get the and one. And more importantly for the Wolverines, that's going to be Caitlin Kreitzer's 4th foul.
Bucket good for Thiero. Foul on Caitlin Kreitzer.
And I think if Ellwood is smart here, I know you got 4:11 left here. Whoever bringing the ball up, this is going to sound bizarre. Double team the person bringing the ball up.
Yeah.
Because that pass can't get there. It's not whether it does. You just can't.
So Thiero to complete the and one. And she does. Wolverines down by 3, 46-43. Here comes Kreitzer. Gets in the hands of Kayla Jones. Don't stop. Gets it down to Delaney. Wants to get down that baseline. Bounce pass off the foot. So Wolverines will maintain possession. And 6'4" leg of Thiero got down in there to disrupt that pass. Going to inbound. Bounce pass to Delaney. Puts it up. Counted. It's good. A nice set play there. Wolverines down just now by 1. Need a defensive stop here. 3:54 remaining. Wolverines have 4 fouls. They have none to give. There's a bounce pass. Throws it out there to Watson. Kicks it out there. Here's Roy, going to launch up a three. Does not go. Thiero with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Watson. Watson back under to Thiero. She's going to put it up. Off the rim, don't go. Keep it in bounds. Got it. They had a chance for the rebound, and it went off Ellwood City's fingertips. That was a defensive stand you needed there. One thing that... Here they come. How many seconds are you going to give them? 5 seconds, thank you. We'll take that turnover. And that, you talk about things that don't show up in a box score. Defensively, the Wolverines gave them nothing to throw to. Here comes Caitlin Kreitzer. Remember, Caitlin's sitting there with 4 fouls. Here's Kara. Kayla Jones wants to go down underneath. Turnover there by Ellwood City. Coming the other way. And now Watson. Put somebody on her. Make her move.
Yep.
I think you got to get up there. You got 3 minutes left. You're down by a point. Trying to get guarded there by Delaney. Throws it out there. Here's Roy. Roy underneath. Swatted by Delaney. Doesn't get it to go. And they're going to call, I think, Elsie or Kara. And that's going to be 5 fouls now at 2:55. Quakers will be going to the bonus. That foul is on Elsie Sturgeon. And that bonus could be huge for the Quakers going down the line. Timeouts, Wolverines have 3, Quakers have 3. Thiero's first shot off the back of the rim does not go. She is 3 for 6 from the line tonight. Second shot. Doesn't go. Delaney Sturgeon gets the rebound. Got her head up. She's dribbling. She gets pushed. Elsie with the ball. Gets it back out to Caitlin Kreitzer. Caitlin into Elsie. Out to Kayla Jones. Got room for the 3. Out of the rim. Does not go. Delaney with the steal. And she's going to be fouled. I do believe that's making stuff happen, Brad. Just what you said. That's Thiero's 4th foul, and they need a timeout to talk about this.
Oh, boy.
Wow, the plot thickens. You got Thiero with 4 fouls. You got Caitlin Kreitzer with 4 fouls. Delaney with 3 fouls.
And this is a very easy call for Chris Wise, if you ask me. You know where you drive it to. You know where you drive it to.
I think you got to. And
one possession to try it. This is that possession. After that, you're going to have to obviously work around it. But if you get it right to her and see what you can do, maybe you can get a 5th foul. You look at that scoreboard.
Yeah. Wow. She has 29 of their 46 points.
Wow.
And give credit to the other players of Quaker Valley. They've made some shots.
And on the flip side, the ease of getting it to Thiero a lot easier in the second half than that first.
Yes.
Whole different story.
Yes, and shots not falling in the second half for the Wolverines like you would hope. On the inbound. Kicks it out there to Delaney. Delaney. Oh, kicks it off. Oh, going to be an over in the back. Oh, no. The pass was just low, and Caitlin wasn't able to retrieve it. So a turnover. And, man, in a one-point game, turnovers are just huge. So here's Watson. Meets some resistance. Tries to bounce pass, gets it, kicks it out to Cardo. Cardo to Campbell. Campbell almost daring her to get that baseline. Bounce pass underneath. Elsie Sturgeon gets the hands on it. Got to call jump ball, and they do. Ellwood City, a great play by Elsie Sturgeon just to get her mitts on there. And a heads-up play by Elsie. And here they come. The Wolverines had a couple empty possessions.
Screen for her right now.
Yes.
Go, Kayla. Go, Kayla.
Oh, no. Thrown over the head of Delaney, out of bounds. That's 3 possessions now and 3 turnovers. Don't try to do too much. You have 1-point game. You got 2:03 remaining.
Yeah, just dribble the ball. Dribble the ball, find the open spot.
Yep.
You don't even have to pass it, just find the hole.
Yep. You got it right on there. So here we go. Cardo. Throws it out there. Wanting to go into Fierro underneath. You can't get it to her. Now back out to Watson. Watson underneath there. DiCardo puts it up and in. There's the score. Wolverines down by 3 with 1:38. They have 3 timeouts. Quaker Valley has 2. They got to move. Get it up there. Bounce pass down to Delaney. Wants to drive. Puts up the floater. Doesn't get it to go. Lena Lucarelli with the rebound. Elsie Sturgeon with it. Kicks it out there. No! Off her fingertips of Kayla Jones. It goes out of bounds. Minute 22. Wolverines down by 3. They need a turnover here. Bigger than anything. Dribbles through there. Here comes Watson. Wants to pass it underneath to Fierro. Can't get it to her. Throws it up. Off the rim, don't go. Who gets the rebound? Puts it up. Delaney trying to fight for it. And they're going to say over the back of who?
I don't think so.
No, I think it's Ellwood.
It's Ellwood foul.
On Elsie Sturgeon. Her third, team 6. They'll go to the line. Hard-fought game by both teams here. First shot by Fierro is good. It's a 2-possession game with 1:05 remaining. Fierro with 30 points. Second shot. It's good. With the ball. Now Quaker Valley takes a full timeout. They're up 50-45 with 1:05 remaining. Wow, Brad. Oh.
Full timeout, Quaker Valley.
The Wolverines played such a good first half.
Yeah, unfortunately for the second half, they're just settling. They're settling.
Yep, and the turnovers, they're forcing. And
the double teams have not scared me. It's just we're settling for going right into it. We're going right into their trap. Dribble out of it. If you dribble out of it, find the hole and then look up. And just sometimes when you meet them halfway and the initial pass at the timeline is driving me nuts. It drives me nuts. Don't pass it. Dribble out of it until they get you in a double team. And guess what? You got timeouts. So if they do trap you, then you take time out and realize, okay, we can't do that, and you flip it back. But when you do the same thing for 16 minutes, somebody's going to catch on.
Right. So now Quaker Valley with 1 timeout remaining. Wolverines with 3. They're down by 5. The Wolverines cannot have an empty possession here. Give Cardo number 14. She's got 6 points, but they were pretty big 6 points here in this second half of play. Clock is running. Here they come. Delaney. Kayla Jones now. Back out Delaney with the ball to Kayla. Kayla fakes the 3. Meets some resistance, puts it underneath there. Bad shot. Fierro gets it. Who ends up with it? Kayla Jones. She's going to be fouled. And the shot counts. They count the shot?
No, they're going to say on the floor.
I don't think so. It had to be on the floor. That's the right call. Brad, that's the right call. The Ellwood faithful are not there, but yes, we wear blue, but we try to call it the way we see it. So her 4th is number 24, Roy, out there to Delaney. Fakes it out to Kayla Jones for 3. Off the rim, don't go. No white shirts underneath there to get the rebound. Here comes Fierro with 39 seconds. Throws it up there. Gets it to Campbell. Campbell back to Fierro, and she's going to be fouled by Kayla Jones. And Fierro will go to the line. Oh. And now Fierro can pretty much ice this game by making foul shots. She's going to shoot 2. First shot by Fierro is good. Wolverines, you kind of got to shoot 3s now, don't you?
If they can get to it.
Second shot, it's good. 7-point game. Wolverines 14-point lead at halftime. Here comes Caitlin. Throws it out there to Delaney. Gets it to Kayla Jones. She tries to get a screen. Goes down the lane, puts it up. Ball going to be rebounded there. Number 24 comes up. Campbell with the ball, kicks it back out there to Roig. She's going to be fouled with 12 seconds to go. They almost let an 18-point lead slip away Friday night. Able to hold on. Tonight, not the case. With 12 seconds, Wolverines down by 7. Roig to the line. First shot off the back of the rim does not go. Second shot by Roig, forthcoming. Off the back of the rim, don't go. Elsie Sturgeon with the rebound. Gets the hands of Kayla Jones. Jones with 8 seconds remaining puts up the shot. It's blocked by Thiero. She should just hold on to it. She's going to be hit there by Kayla Jones. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 3 seconds remaining. So that's 9 fouls in this quarter alone. Some of these at the end here just to try to make them go to the free throw line. Thiero's first shot does not go. She's been to the line, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 times tonight. This is her 12th attempt, and she makes it. Inbounds to Caitlin Kreitzer, to Delaney Sturgeon. Out of frustration, throws it to the back wall. Hard-fought game there by Quaker Valley. Down by 14 and come back to win by 8. Wow. Tough loss here for the Wolverines, Brad. Thiero, we see why every Division I college is talking to her. And a tough loss for the Wolverines, a section loss. Hopefully they can rebound from this because they'll be taking on, 6 o'clock. Or is that a 6:30 game? There was we'll keep that surprise over. It should be 6 o'clock. We'll tell you 6. We don't want you to be late if it comes at 6:30.
Unfortunately, there were graphics that were posted today that said today's game was 7:30, and you can only email the media so many times that these home games are 6, and that's what it is. It's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. So Thursday night, 6 o'clock. The only time that it's going to be different is on the road. That's when it could be different. Even the senior night, that will be a doubled-up game against Beaver Falls. That Tuesday, that last week, it'll be girls at 6, boys at 7:30. So just 6 o'clock from here on out. The only other one would be technically the Eden Christian Academy game. That, I believe, is a Saturday game because it's a tournament.
Right.
I think that one's at 3, but other than that, 6 o'clock.
So Thiero finished the night with 34. Kayla Jones with 16. Delaney Sturgeon 15. And Caitlin Kreitzer with 12. Elsie Sturgeon with 2. Final score, 53-45 tonight. We'll be right back here tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, folks, for the boys taking on the Quips of Aliquippa. So on behalf of our cameraman tonight, Dave Skinny Windhorst, the producer, the man with the plan, the man that knows all, Brad Windhorst, and myself, Thad Sturgeon, we hope you've enjoyed this broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Good night, everybody.